keep rocking and rolling over here with topic number 3. This is going to come from Jeremy Irons is Scar. Like you, John, I am a big fan of Zac Efron, so I was hoping that Firestarter would be a big hit. But instead, it ended up being one of the worst flops in a while, making just $3.8 million at the box office opening weekend. To be fair, the movie wasn't very good, but why do you guys think no one went out to give it a chance? Thanks, and bring on the filthy. Well, color me surprised. A movie that was streaming and released on the same day didn't do well at the box office? That's shocking.
Oh, you know what's funnier? I didn't even know this came out. I actually thought it had already come out. Like, we've run stories about it. I thought it was already out. I didn't know it just came out. I don't know. Maybe that's a big reason why it failed, because there's people like me out there that didn't even know.
I mean, the original one, I think, is fine. It's exactly the kind of campy film that you'd want to see. And we had some elements of that in the trailer and everything, right? The liar, liar, pants on fire before she does her little pyro powers. But this didn't look great to me, y'all. I'm going to be very, very honest. Let's see what Forbes had to say about this. So they wrote, the film, which got miserable reviews and a C from CinemaScore amid a noticeably quiet ad campaign, earned just $3.8 million domestic and $5.8 million worldwide over the weekend. To be fair, this is reminiscent of when Universal and Focus were almost single-handedly keeping theaters in business in late 2020 with a slew of smaller-scale studio programmers. Let 'Em Go, Freaky, etc., which would be lucky to crack $4 million on opening weekend. Moreover, Firestarter was offered concurrently on Peacock. And that's what we're talking about. They released it on streaming the exact same day. And frankly, if you aren't advertising your movie as being in theaters, how are you going to get people in seats? How are they going to go run out and go do it? You can sit on your couch and watch this, especially if you're not sure about whether or not you're going to like this movie.
That's right. I don't even remember seeing any trailers for this on TV or before any movie we've watched recently. Jonathan, did you watch the old Firestarter? I didn't.
Oh,
so
I have seen
no
the
clue
original with Drew Barrymore was the little girl.
I see.
You know, I enjoyed it. I think there's a few issues with this, right? So one, you guys mentioned it. Where was the marketing? There's no marketing. No one even knew about this movie. If they did, they weren't even sure when it was coming out. Okay. Number two, day and date. Please. Okay, this isn't 2020 where movie theaters were closed and everyone started thinking, this is the end of movie theaters. It's all going to go to streaming. First off, no. People thought television was the end of movie theaters. People thought movie theaters were going out of fashion for decades. People love to go out. They want to see things on the big screen. That was just such a false premise.
Absolutely.
But when you're running day and date, that screams we don't really believe in this movie.
It's 1,000%.
It's like releasing a movie in January, in my opinion. It's just like.
Is it safe to assume that now? Do you guys think that if they release
day and
date, that this movie sucks?
You don't believe in your film at all, and you're trying to bury it.
Movie theaters are back, and if you're throwing this on your streaming service the same day, you're just trying to get it out there.
Exactly. I mean, just think about how these other studios have been really kind of grappling with when they release something on streaming so that they keep making that box office money, right? This is why Tom Cruise has been so passionate about when things get released on streaming. This is why the Batman, it was really trying to, do we keep that 45-day window when we can keep making money at theaters? If you do day and date, I think it's a stinker.
But I want to know if this, who was it? Universal and Blumhouse, I believe, is behind this movie. If they really expected to make a lot of money from this movie. I mean, I love Stephen King, but this is one of the movies where I would think would have just released on streaming instead of like in the theater. I mean, especially right now. I mean, it's a horror film, right? It's supposed to be, or a thriller or something like that.
It's supernatural elements.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually think that it did better than I thought it would, looking at those numbers.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what
I think it did exactly what it showed based on your response. Was it even out yet? I didn't know. I mean, well, that was where you got your $3.8 million.
I will tell you, a Blumhouse release that is worthy of the theater, and that's Black Phone, which should be coming out in a month or two. Check it out. It's nuts. It's a good movie. I thought it was a good movie. So if you're gonna skip on this one, don't miss that one.
Which I think a lot of people did skip on this one.
Yeah.
It sounds like that. And it sounds like Peacock is getting their marketing strategies from Netflix. So that's why no one knows about it. But have you watched this film, y'all? Does this make sense to you? Are you not surprised? Are you surprised? Let us know your thoughts on how Firestarter is doing.
Hey guys, we want to take a second to thank the sponsor of this video, Athletic Greens. Now, when you get really busy, and you guys know that Ann and I are really busy, one of the first things that you sacrifice is eating healthy. And I simply have never eaten enough vegetables in my diet, I admit it. So for a long time, I've been looking for a really good all-in-one supplement that helps me get those nutrients and vitamins that my body needs. And thank goodness I found Athletic Greens AG1. So what is Athletic Greens AG1? Well, with one delicious scoop of AG1, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, and probiotics to help you start your day right. And for me and Ann, it's easy. We get up in the morning, we pour a big glass of water and add 1 scoop of AG1. So many people today are taking some kind of multivitamin, and it's important to choose one with high quality ingredients that your body will actually absorb. And it's cheaper than getting all those different supplements yourself. And on top of giving you all those vitamins and nutrients, it also supports better sleep and quality of recovery and supports mental clarity and alertness. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It's just 1 scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. And to make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/mailbag. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/mailbag to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.